taking responsibility for the cribbed lines from Michelle Obama's speech. And as Carl reported, she offered her resignation, but Trump refused to take it. Before all of that came out, I started by asking Eric Trump about the message of his speech tonight.
The theme is my father and how he's been an amazing part of my life and how I love the man to death, and I think there'd be no better commander-in-chief to this nation. But I kind of focus on the question why, why he's doing this, why he needs to be doing this, why he cares about doing this. I mean, it's a hard thing for a guy like him to step into. I mean, he's at the kind of apex of his career. He's almost the epitome of the American dream. He sacrificed all of that for this country, and you know how brutal of a process this is. I mean, it's really the toughest process in the world. There's no question about it, and he does it because he loves our nation. He loves this country.
I heard you say that you have written every word in your speech.
Yeah.
A lot of other places are still focusing a lot of time in media coverage on Melania's speech. Is there a lot of anger that happened?
Listen, I think internally we're proud of her, right? I mean, here she is. She speaks 5 languages. English is not her native tongue. She came out here and she killed it. She did such a phenomenal job. And so, honestly, I feel bad. I mean, I really, really feel bad. She came out here. She did her job. She did a phenomenal job. And believe me, it takes guts. I mean, you know this better than anybody doing what you do every day. To get on stage, being watched by a room like this and by 30 million people around the country, not speaking in your native tongue, it takes tremendous, tremendous guts. And so, she was elegant, she was poised, she was great. It's unfortunate. I mean, honestly, it's unfortunate, but we as a family could not be more proud of her. She did an amazing job. She delivered that speech perfectly, and she did it with elegance, and she did it with class. And what I can tell you, she'll be an amazing first lady. She'll be a tremendous first lady.
No one's getting fired inside the campaign.
Yeah, listen, I think time will tell. I think time will tell. I think they're still getting to the bottom of it, or they were. As a couple days ago. I haven't really been following up on it.
One of the speeches that a lot of networks didn't take was the manager of your winery.
Donald Trump has told me that a person's own work ethic and drive are the only limitations to success. I now know this to be true. It isn't just a platitude. At Trump Winery, it is real. And I'll tell you, it is rare.
Carrie is an amazing person. She's the general manager of our winery. We have a big winery in Charlottesville, Virginia, and she's an incredible person. And she wanted to come out here. She actually said, listen, I want to speak at the convention because I want to tell my story about who you are as a family, who Donald Trump is as a man, how he empowered me in the success story that we've had, taking something from a property that was really hurting when we first bought it out of foreclosure, out of receivership, to one of the most successful properties in the state right now. And we have so many of those examples across the company in male-dominated industries, whether it be construction, whether it be so many of our general managers at our golf courses that are women, whether it be so many of our general managers at all our hotels, which are females. I mean, many of our highest and best employees in our organization are females. Everybody's talking about this war on women with Trump, and it's ridiculous. If you look at Hillary Clinton, you look at the Clinton Foundation, their average female executive makes $80,000 less than their average male executive. They take all their money from Saudi Arabia, a country that practices Sharia law, right, and where Hillary couldn't walk out on the street without a headdress on.
I sense you get fired up when you talk about the Clinton Foundation, and you think that issue, perhaps even more than the email issue, should be litigated in the general election. That's what I sense when you talk about it.
Listen, I just don't like hypocrisy. I'm not a politician. I'll never be a politician. I just don't like hypocrisy. If you're gonna preach something, you better practice it. We practice it, and Hillary preaches it, and that drives me absolutely crazy. And I think what happened with the foundation, I have a foundation. I'm on the board of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. When you see the atrocities of what happened, with the Clinton Foundation, where countries like Saudi Arabia, while she's Secretary of State, is writing $35 million checks to a foundation, and then Bill Clinton is getting $400,000 speaking fees from his own foundation, it is sickening. It's abuse of this government. It's abuse of foreign policy. It's really, really a very sad thing. She's supposed to be representing our interests abroad, not raising money, that lines her own pockets, and that's very much what she's doing.
Last thing, your father, what does he have to do tomorrow night to convince people at home that he could assume this job, that he could be President of the United States?
I think you're going to see a man who's sincere, a man, as I said before, and I'll speak about this tonight, who didn't need to do this, a man who cares immensely. This country has given our family everything. We would not be the family we are without the United States of America. My father wants to go save a country that's, quite frankly, just going down the tubes. it's going down the tubes because of improper leadership. And we have every advantage in the world. We have the smartest, we have the brightest, we have the best natural resources. I mean, we're the country that put a man on the moon in 9 years and 8 months. I mean, we can do these things. We can solve cancer. We can, we can make that car that runs on water. I mean, we can do so many things as a nation if we actually have the proper leadership, and he's the right guy to do it.
Good luck tonight. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you, Bret.